Welcome back. You're still watching Finweek Money Matters. We often think of high-profile pyramid schemes like those operated by Barry Tannenbaum and Bernie Madoff when we talk about investment scams. But there are more ways, a number of ways in which to lose money. In studio to discuss investment scams and how you can avoid them is personal finance blogger Dineo Tsamela. I'm also still joined from Cape Town by Moxima Gama and Jana Marais still with me. Dineo, thanks so much for your time. Let's first start off by looking at pyramid scheme. Why do people get into them? Do they think that once they get in, they can make money quickly and get out? And maybe let's start from the beginning. What is a pyramid scheme?
Well, basically a pyramid scheme is where one person or a group of people get 10 or 20 other people to sign up, and essentially signing up entails you handing money over and then getting 10 other people to hand money over, and those 10 get 10 other people to hand money over. And as you can see, obviously tens and tens and tens, and it starts multiplying. And it's very unsustainable in the sense that there is only so many people you can get to eventually join the whole scheme. And obviously there needs to be a point, and how the people at the top make money is there's usually a clause where if you get 5 or less than the required amount of people to sign up, you don't get any reimbursed for the money that you use to sign up. So if you think about it, if I am recruited by somebody, but I fail to get 10 people, and that person has failed to get 10 people, somebody's making money, but it's not me, and it's not the person who's recruited me. So it's very simple, and people jump into it because it seems like such easy money. I mean, all you have to do is sign 10 people up. Simple, you know, and so people jump into it, and they feel, you know, normally the amount of money that they, and the type of benefits that people offer are very catchy, you know, and people think, oh my goodness, you know, this could be what solves all my money problems. I just need 10 people.
That's right.
That's it. And all my money problems are gone.
If only it was that easy. Moxima, you're over there in Cape Town. I've got 10 million questions coming to mind, but let's bring you into the conversation. What do you want to ask Dineo?
Well, the biggest question would be, you know, the culture of having to grow your money is it's pretty good, but it's becoming desperate, and there's that gap. Now, how does one then be able, how will one know if it's not a scam? Because people are desperate to increase their money, but they're not aware of the challenges that are met in increasing the money so quickly. So how does one, how are you able to
Spot
to find out about these people?
I think a very good thing, first of all, to know is there's no such thing as quick money. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Secondly, it's very important before you hand over your money to anyone who claims to be any form of an investor or anything like that, to do your research. Phone the FSB, find out, are these people registered credit providers? Is it safe for me to put my money in here? And be aware of the sort of time frames that people give them. Normally when people want you to put their money, it's always a limited offer, and there's only a week to get into it, or you have to attend a seminar, and it's only at that seminar that you can sign up. Be careful of those type of things, because surely if it's a normal investment, I should be able to invest anytime I want. And there should be some sort of, organization that you're affiliated with that I can, go and report you to. It's very important not to be driven by desperation. As I said, a lot of us, yes, we have money issues and we want to get out of money problems very quickly. So the moment somebody gives us a quick solution, we want to jump. But it's important to take a step back, really think about how does this actually work. I think many times people fail to apply logic. And like I said, there's only a certain amount of people that you can get into the investment scheme before it becomes.
And when one is desperate, it's very hard to apply logic. Jana?
Yeah. I think with the Tannenbaum scheme, for example, we saw high-profile CEOs investing in that and losing money. So some of these things are very sophisticated. And that scheme, basically they used money from new people coming in to invest in this company to pay out these massive returns to people who were there already. And the sad thing is, there were people who made lots of money in the Tannenbaum scheme, but it all collapsed. And then the Reserve Bank comes after you and said, all these investors lost money. If you made money, you're going to have to pay that over. Plus, SARS will tax you on the money. So in the end, you're actually much worse off than you started, even if you cashed out early and theoretically made money. So it's not always as simple as. But you see these. I think Dineo made a good point. The moment people try and start guaranteeing returns, that's anything higher than you can get in a savings account at your bank, you must start asking difficult questions.
I was wondering, you mentioned a couple of things there that if it's shaped like a pyramid, so sometimes the structure of the pyramid, is that also a red flag? And a lot of the times when people talk about pyramid schemes and getting together and having to recruit people, you think about network marketing. So just because the structure of the organization resembles one of a pyramid, does that necessarily mean it's a pyramid scheme? And what's the difference with network marketing?
Not necessarily, and this is where you sort of have to be very careful, because if there's no product or there isn't a specific service that's being offered, so you don't actually know how people are making money, then that's a red flag, and it's different if I want to recruit you to sell a specific product and as a result, I get, some sort of commission. But even then, be very careful, because understand that business model. If it's simply a matter of you just get gifts back, but there's still no logical way of how do I actually make money when I sell a product? Do I make a profit? How do I make a profit? And if you can't seem to connect those dots, red flag. It's not to say all network marketing schemes are bad, but it's just you really have to be sort of aware of exactly what it is you're doing. So there isn't, normally it's not like there are telltale signs, but you need to apply your logic, make sure that if I start here, I end here, and this is how I got to the end result, i.e. there's a definite way to make money. It's not just money coming out of nothing.
Moxima, let's bring you back into the conversation. Anything you'd like to add on at this point?
Look, the thing about the stock market is you do make money, and the best way is probably to go to a reputable person. There are a lot of challenges in making that money. You won't make it instantly, and once people are aware of that you won't make it in the very near term, but it is quite a long-term commitment. You will then see the benefits. But I think, like Dineo said, people are very desperate to make quick money. And that then puts them, that just makes them very vulnerable. And I've known people who have come up to me who know I analyze the stock market and kind of, cry over my shoulder telling me that they invested into something or investment college, and they can't find the people, they've blown away. And, this is people who have taken their hard-earned cash to put into something. And once you can, like she said, once it's too good to be true, you must yourself then know that you'll have that sixth sense that it's not a good deal, and rather just really inquire about it. It's fulfilling making money in the stock market, or just growing your money, but it also comes with patience, and that's what people need to exercise.
I have a question for Moxima as well. We had a very interesting question from a reader the other day saying he's been contacted by this company who does forex trading, and you pay 20,000 rand, you sign up for this course, and then you're going to make millions. And I just want to hear her thoughts on how easy is it actually to make money with forex trading, and should you want to do forex trading, which I would certainly not try my hand at, but is it then really necessary to pay 20,000 rand for software or 25,000 and get this training and this amazing things? And your views on that, Moxima?
Look, forex trading is quite risky. And because it trades 24 hours in a day, it literally means you need to be up for that time, because you can make your money instantly and you could lose it. if you're a beginner, I would really not suggest you put your money as much as that into forex trading, or even try small, gain the experience before you start getting or engaging in something like that. And scams like that, they need to pull in a lot of other people to make you money, and just making money for you is just, it's not possible. I would strongly suggest you think twice about getting into forex trading or putting that amount of money, and rather do it with a reputable person, as I mentioned, before you just lose every cent you have.
Dineo, what is a boiler room scam?
Okay, so a boiler room scam is when a person picks out a company. Sometimes it is a company that's actually registered on the stock exchange. Sometimes, however, it's a company abroad. So they'll phone people overseas and be like, listen, we've got a company, would you like to buy some stock? And they give you false results, so to get people to buy in. And the idea is cold call as many people as possible and get them to buy as much stock as possible. And what that does is it pushes the stock price up. And then when the stock price has increased, they sell off their shares, make profit, and then obviously you need to get your returns back, but then the stock price falls again. So you'll find that a lot of people who bought that stock or that those shares at whatever price, when it eventually falls, it falls at a lower price than to a lower price than what they bought at, and they lose money. So very important to be aware of people who phone you or send you an email or chain mails or anything like that asking you to buy a stock. Do not do it. Don't buy stocks overseas that your broker or somebody that you know and trust has, and by know and trust I mean a professional, who has actually spoken to you about it and you've done your research about it. Mm-hmm. Research the company as well that you're supposedly buying stocks for, because that's also very risky. And don't take the information that whoever's called you gives you. Do your own research, because they fabricate information, obviously, to make it look good for you, and it seems like a smart investment, and obviously, you know, great returns, and that's what everyone wants.
Exactly.
You know?
And you know, as you mentioned, we'll have to wrap it at that, but when you are investing, do use your logic, and like we said, cliches are true because, or old because they're true. If something's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah. Thank you so much to our personal finance blogger, Dineo Tsamela, and also joining us from Cape Town, Moxima Gama, and of course Jana Marais, a Finweek editor.